Oklahoma City Thunder. At shooting guard, Andre Roberson. At center, Steven Adams. At power forward, Serge Ibaka. At the other guard position, Russell Westbrook. At the other forward position, Kevin Durant. The head coach of the visiting team is Billy Donovan. At shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 3, Marco Bellinelli. At the other guard position, standing 6'5", number 23, Ben McLemore. Starting at the other guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 9, Rajon Rondo. At forward, 6'8", from Connecticut, number 8, Rudy Gay. And in the middle, 6'11", from Kentucky, number 15, DeMarcus Cousins. The head coach of your home team is George.
This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Battle in the Western Conference, the Sacramento crowd hoping to watch their Kings come out on top. They're getting their first look at the Thunder, their first game of the NBA's regular season. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Andre Roberson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward.
And one thing about Ben McLemore, he can be an absolute lights-out shooter. Last season was a big improvement over his rookie campaign. Up in field goal, three-point, and free throw accuracy. Really just scratching the surface in terms of his potential.
Kicks it to Cousins for the 3. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Screen by Ibaka. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Ibaka's got his first 2 points of the night.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Here's Rondo. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Here's Roberson. They set the pick. Outside Westbrook. Passes it to Roberson. Off the mark and a bad shot there. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And that one's good by Gay.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Roberson dishes to Westbrook. Right side Durant. Baseline try. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
From deep, Gay. And that one's good. Gay's got 5 points so far.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's Westbrook. Sinks that one from the post.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season. Signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
The Thunder lead by 3. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. pass to Roberson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long. The Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that, Greg, the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida. And he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
Now, here's Westbrook. And the rejection by Cousins. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch, and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold, the way that guy gets to the rim.
And it's blocked by Adams. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter, and he gets it to go.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Last game for the Kings. They picked up the W against the Pelicans in New Orleans. McLemore, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Here's Roberson. The pass to Westbrook. Good on the shot. Westbrook's got his second basket.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
And yes, sir, that one drops.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it. And, you know, guys, Marco Bellinelli really hit his stride 2 seasons ago. He was way up across the board as a shooter and assist man. Even his rebounding had improved over his career averages. But then last year, he took a bit of a step back.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. 1:41 left in the first quarter. There's a screen by Cantor. Augustine passes to Cantor. Comes up empty down low.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
A nice shot by Anderson.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Here's Augustine. The Kings getting the bucket. He kicks it to Cantor. Singler outside. Just 5 on the clock. Collison with the screen for Singler. And the call will go against Caron Butler. That's his first foul. And 1:01 left in the first. Collison with a screen on Collison. And Augustine kicks to Cantor. Shot clock at 5. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Now the dish to Casper. Fires from 14. Singler with the rebound. Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against New Orleans. Augustine passes to Cantor. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Cantor's got his first basket.
Great rise and dime there. He changed gears in midair to make the assist.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. A nice shot by Kufis.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
The Thunder have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And the Kings making a change here. And so he makes both from the line.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
The Kings trail by 3. Cauley-Stein dishes to Collison. Feeds it to Anderson. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Waiters. Got it off in time. And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated.
comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I want to be the best player. You know, first off, at 8 years old, you want to be the best player in your neighborhood, and that's where it comes from. Just always want to be the best, and no matter where I'm playing at. And if I keep working each and every year, I've gotten better. You know, if I continue to just keep working, I've seen improvements.
Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is, does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best?
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Kanter. Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2. And it's Durant in at the small forward. Now here's Durant. The jump hook, and that's off the glass and in. Durant's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Thunder. Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured, which was the safe thing to do, and Greg, the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career. Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
For Durant, KD did try to return last season, but that foot just wouldn't cooperate, and that's when they had to shut him down.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Cauley Stein, and Curry subbed in for Darren Collison. And then for Oklahoma City, Adams comes in for Cantor, and it's Andre Robertson in for Waiters.
One last thing with Durant's foot. Foot injuries can be a scary thing in the NBA. Along with knees, those are the injuries you don't want to risk anything with. Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta. Westbrook's got 7.
And that was a strong pick. Ammonia strong by Ibaka.
Pass to Curry. Here's Gay. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
It's Durant on the wing. The shot is off. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. And Bellinelli kicks to McLemore. On its way from Curry for 2. And the shot is long.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
The Kings trail by 6. Gay kicks to Curry. Hits the jumper in space.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The Thunder have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Well, last season, Greg, another year without playoff basketball in Sacramento. Ashamed to see some of the best fans in the NBA not be a part of the postseason.
That's a great point, Kevin. Now, 9 straight years where the Kings have failed to make the postseason. 29-win seasons aren't going to get you very far when you're battling in the West.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And, you know, you mentioned the 9 straight years without a playoff appearance for the Kings. Their last trip was in 2006, and since then they've been rebuilding. That's the second longest playoff drought in the NBA.
Some changes for Sacramento. Kubas checked in for Cousins. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Bellinelli. Here is Durant. Off the screen. He squares up and sinks it. Durant's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, if the Kings do make it back to the playoffs, you know they'll be dangerous. Their fans have been through so much the last few seasons. They really deserve to see a team in postseason contention.
Now Westbrook. He has 7. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
A 3 from game. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Here's Roberson, guarded by Kerr. Some changes for Sacramento. Caspi, he's checked in for Gay. Butler comes in for McLemore. And it's Anderson in for Curry. And then for Oklahoma City, Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Shots good by Durant.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
The Kings trail by 5. Anderson outside. Dishes it to Caspi. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Back to Rondo. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It was a trade that seemingly had been talked about for several years. Finally last season, Boston shipping out Rajon Rondo to the Dallas Mavericks, Clark, halfway through the season.
Yeah, and it seemed to me to be a trade that actually helped both teams.
And Sacramento has possession, following the score by Oklahoma City. And it's Butler missing. Here's the break. No good from Durant. Sacramento's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And that one's good. 1:15 left to play here in the half. Down low, here's Adams, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Kings. Collison comes in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Oklahoma City, Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Kyle Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Waiters in for Roberson. Here's Anderson. Good, and the assist goes to Collison.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
The Thunder lead by 5.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
Here's Cauley-Stein, following the score by Oklahoma City. Over to the left wing. Caspi for 3. That's good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The Thunder have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Collison against Augustine. Raiders on the wing. All sorts of time. And the rebound goes to Collison. Butler from outside. Can't get it to go. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by 4. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
DeMarcus, you guys seem to have a lot of opportunities to score, but have not been able to capitalize as much as usual. Is this something that you've talked to the team about?
That's something I've been preaching on. They're giving us a lot of opportunities, and we got to do something with it. So hopefully we can keep them missing shots and we can get something out of it.
Hopefully they're listening to your sermon, DeMarcus. Thank you. Kevin?
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. The biggest lead for them during the period was 6. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed them. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Well, they're shooting in the low 30s from downtown. That's not disastrous. That's terrible. But it's a big reason why they're not winning this game. They need to run harder off the pitch, try to get more open looks, and then the shooters got to finish the job. Yak 'em.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Rudy Gay playing very well. He's got 10 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
McLemore is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Bellinelli. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. That's the group for George Karl getting going here in the second half. Here's Westbrook after Rudy Gay's bucket. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Roberson. Outside Westbrook. Durant kicks to Westbrook. Clock at 6. Here's Roberson. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. When you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now a 7-point Oklahoma City lead.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside. And guys, for the Thunder, listen, they're not a big market team. They've had to make sacrifices with money to stay competitive. They do a terrific job with the limitations that small market presents. Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
And, you know, as we've seen, success in the NBA can come in a lot of different packages. I mean, it can't happen without the big free agent signing or spending. It helps to draft a guy like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, for that matter.
The drive by Rondo, and it's blocked by Adams.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part, and I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. It was a rough year last year for fans in Sacramento, but they still come out here to fill up the stands, Greg, even with their team struggling.
Yeah, the new ownership, give them credit. Last year, the Kings marked an 8-year high in terms of attendance. Not bad for a team that really looked to be in the hunt for the postseason, but then just fell apart midway through.
On defense, Sacramento trailing here by 8.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Cousins, the pass to Gay. Fires the 3. Another miss by Rondo.
The Kings ended at 18-23 here at home. Not a terrible record for them, given how their whole season went kind of up and down and inconsistent. They even had some home cooking in their favor, as they were the second best team in free throw differential at home. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Shot is off.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Offensive rebound. The Kings trail by 11. There's the feed to McLemore. Back to Cousins. Out left to the wing. Rondo wide open. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Rondo's got 5.
Well, a big thing for the Kings to look forward to is the opening of their new arena. They are still looking at opening the downtown arena in the fall of 2016, and Sacramento couldn't be any more excited.
And Durant gets it to go.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Rondo played in with a nice touch off the glass. Rondo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now here's Westbrook. 9 points in the game so far. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. Down low. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Westbrook. Ibaka's got the lead up to 11 now for Oklahoma City. Inside. It's picked off. 3-on-3. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. And then for Oklahoma City, Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Singler comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Andre Robertson. Caspi with the bucket.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing, Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor.
And so the ball out of bounds. Collison touched it last. And the Thunder with some changes. Collison comes in for Kevin Durant. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And Augustine kicks to Cantor. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Cantor's got his second bucket.
You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Now here is Augustine, following the missed shot by Willie Cauley-Stein. To the middle, here's Curry. Makes it off the glass.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Singler for 3, and he gets it to go. Singler's got 5 points so far.
They've been splashing home those threes since halftime.
Marked improvement in their shooting from what we saw to start the game.
Wow.
Now here's Waiters. And the release.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome to the court America's best dance crew.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Here's Augustine. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. On the perimeter, it's Waiters and Durant. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Cantor. And it's Augustine in at the point guard. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Thunder.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And that one's good.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And it's Kufus missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
A beautiful pass by Rondo. That's excellent teamwork.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Roberson's checked in.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him. I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Sacramento making a switch here. McLemore's checked in. And that one's good by Gay.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Pulls up on the wing. Bellinelli pulls it in. Bellinelli's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's McLemore. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the... And he knocks down the first one.
And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through.
Screen by Ibaka. Westbrook dishes to Ibaka. Rondo with the ball.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, for the Thunder, Greg, you're talking about, they did have to go to their bench more and more. And Clark, as the season wore on, their bench players were playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, actually, they ended up in the top 10 in bench minutes played. The trades they made at the deadline helped bring depth to the team, and they took advantage of it.
And, you know, Rondo, a strange year shooting the ball last season. For a good stretch, he was shooting the same from the free throw line as he was from three-point range, about 30%.
Greg, you were talking about Rondo, and his shooting woes have been well documented. Clark, he tried to tap into Dirk's old shooting coach to help him out while in Dallas.
You know, a good portion of this might be mental at this point for Rondo. He is getting to the point in his career where I think it is what it is for him in regards to his shooting.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, over that break, I was able to catch the message George Karl was giving to his team. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We got to wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. 5 on the clock for 3.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Gay can't hit.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
The shot by Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Shots good by McLemore.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Sacramento calls timeout.
All right, and former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. A shot's good from Westbrook.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the Utah Jazz. From deep, McLemore. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Yeah, they brought the sandpaper edge to their attack, really fighting and scrapping inside. A lot of grit and grind with these guys. Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
The drive by game. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And guys, you see how Rudy Gay just exploded last season in the second half. I mean, I think he felt at ease in George Karl's system. And I think that's one reason why you're starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be.
Darren Collison, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. For a long time, critics have gotten on Gay for his lack of efficiency, but he quieted some of those voices, Clark, last year with his play and stats.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, across the board, he made nice improvements, not only in his scoring, but also his ability to create shots for others.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And Kevin Durant with the slam.
And just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
The Thunder leading by 16. Outside Westbrook. He feeds it to Ibaka. Kicks to Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. So the wing on the left, just 4 to shoot. Westbrook can't get it to go.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Oklahoma City.
Clark, looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for Westbrook. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
McLemore, no good. Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. And Durant gets it to go.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Count the bucket.
Rudy Gay.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so the Thunder now can just hold on to the ball. Westbrook against Collison. Outside Westbrook. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution on the court.
Augustine up top. Caspi gets the whistle that time.
Henri Caspi. That's his first personal foul. At the line.
And the first one at the line is good.
DJ Augustine at the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Augustine. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean,